Do you hate Jews like Farrakhan hates Jews?
What?
Do you hate Jews like Farrakhan hates Jews?
Why would you even ask me a question like that?
You're a racist.
No, you're being racist. That's not a racist question.
John has built up so much material because we've been unable to get to it because of all the excitement that's been going on with these interviews and books and all kinds of things that really he's built up quite a body of work. The first thing that I'll play for you is Martha Stewart.
Yeah.
Okay, Martha Stewart. I don't know where this woman came from. I don't know what planet.
She snuck up on us.
I had never heard of her. I had never heard of Martha Stewart in my life until...
Yeah, you mention her name to women and they go, oh, Martha Stewart.
She's some old crow. I saw pictures of her in People magazine. When she was young, she was good looking. But
Yeah,
now
she used to be a model.
Yeah, but now she's like, you know, a middle-aged woman. And she evidently is like top of the yentas. Like, she knows how to throw parties or something.
Oh, she teaches you how to decorate at holiday time.
Yeah.
How to set a nice table.
Yeah. Like
make a good curtain.
Like a Gloria Vanderbilt or something. Amy
Not
Vanderbilt.
even a Gloria Vanderbilt. She is like, I don't know if there's ever been anybody like her because she tells you how to decorate, not how to sit at the table and use the right fork.
Yeah.
She tells you how to put the napkin in the holder and put a big centerpiece in and where to put your place card.
Oh. I'd like that job.
And, you know, what kind of menu to plan.
Yeah, well, like she knows. But meanwhile, we had heard rumors that Martha Stewart was dating Morty from the Letterman show. And Morty's like, I guess anyone who watches Letterman has seen Morty because I think Letterman puts him on camera once in a while. But Morty, he's no ladies' man. And all of a sudden he's a ladies' man because of his job.
Oh,
He's
boy.
become as arrogant as Letterman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He thinks he's Letterman.
He is Letterman.
Yeah. I saw him at the Dan Clora's wedding. I went to my publicist's
Who
wedding.
was he with that day?
Martha Stewart.
She was there with him?
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Well, yeah. She was. And I was like, what's she doing with him? Does she know it's Morty?
Yeah, if she only knew the guy we knew.
Because when Letterman started out, Morty was dating like these fat chicks. And getting into fights with them.
Yeah, they'd go out and the fat chick would throw him through a glass
Yeah.
of the window.
We read about it in the paper. So John went up and asked Martha Stewart a whole bunch of Morty questions.
and granted, it's outside and it's rain now, so it's bad enough it's rain now that she's got to deal with me.
Did she have a big line of people?
No. Oh, yeah, it was bad. It was
Like a book signing?
Yeah, it was like a medium.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
She's big.
I can't even imagine she's big. But anyway, John got a hold of her.
She's got a TV show, a magazine.
Evidently.
Amazing.
Martha, can we ask you a question for WXRK Radio? Are you more attracted to Morty's hairdo or his body?
Morty who?
Bob Martin.
Let's see. I guess it's his hairdo or his what?
Or his body?
Now, Morty's bald, and he's also kind of chunky.
Hasn't he lost weight, though?
He still looks fat. You know how some guys lose a lot of weight and still look fat? Right? He's dumpy. He's dumpy.
Paunch.
Yeah.
Body, of course.
Do you call him Bob, Robert, Marty, Stumpy, or Baldy?
Robert.
Would you have dated Morty before Letterman moved to 1130?
Definitely.
Did you ever meet any of Bob's less than stellar ex-girlfriends?
Oh, all of them.
Do you think Morty is cuter than Dave?
No.
How long did you date before Morty told you stories about Dave freaking out after bad shows?
He's never said anything about that. He's very professional.
Isn't Larry Bud Melman closer to your age?
Then who?
No, then Morty.
No.
Take care, Martha. Thank you very much. Martha, take care.
Well, she was I see the guys were already coming over and yelling at you.
Yeah. But they let it go long enough.
Yeah. In fact, that was the last question.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Can't believe Morty. That's so weird. Morty.
He's not into Martha Stewart.
Yeah. I think they're friends.
Yeah. You know, that's who he goes out to look respectable.
Yeah.
I've seen what he's up to.
Right. Yeah, you've been out to the Hamptons.
That's right. I've been to the house.
What, do you have a young little chippy?
I didn't see any Martha Stewart around there.
It was a young chippy?
Everyone was a model.
Right.
Her daughter.
Right.
12-year-old model.
Well, that makes me nuts. All right, John went to a Hollywood opening.
Yeah, let me just show you. I have my teeth on for this one. Boom.
You can't talk with those things in.
I talk like Gary does. Let me just show you. I have my teeth teeth off of this one.
Yeah, he had fake teeth made so he wouldn't be recognized, which is ridiculous because he looks even stupider.
Oh, my.
And I have a mustache, so I look like Gary.
That's it.
You can't talk with those things in.
I talk like Gary does.
So did you try to talk with those things in?
Oh, yeah. Well, see, when you wear this, you have this, like, shut in action you got to put on them. It pushes your thing down, so.
Do me a favor, don't wear those anymore because you can't be understood. Stupid. Stupid ass. He thinks that makes him look different. You look like Gary Busey.
Makes you sound different.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah, it makes you sound unintelligible. You're an interviewer. All right, let's listen to this. Who's first person up? Annette Bening?
Yeah,
Yes, Annette Bening. Annette Bening is married to Warren Beatty. He evidently sucked the looks out of her because
He wrinkled her.
he wrinkled
She
her.
was straight before.
Let's take a look at Annette Bening and Stuttering John. Here we go.
Annette, can we ask you a question, Rex, okay? Annette? Annette, do you have a call? Excuse me. Rob Rena. Annette, you have a call? For Rob Ryan, the meathead? Annette?
Yeah, I know. You know who that is. Yeah.
Annette, come on, it's funny, right? Annette, you have a call the meathead? Annette, you feel your career has slipped since marrying Warren?
You feel your career slipped since marrying Warren.
What happened was she was with Warren, and Warren was like, what did he just say?
Oh, my.
And then she explained to me.
And she repeated it? That was her talking?
Yeah, that was her telling Warren the question I just asked. And then Warren was like, oh, God.
All right, here you come up to anchorman Chuck Scarborough.
Yeah.
He is one of the most popular anchormen in New York. Occasionally does network news. Big blonde-haired guy, looks kind of German. Handsome guy, always getting married, leaving his wives, taking up with young girls.
Which wife is he on now?
I think 3. I'm not sure. Chuck Scarborough.
How you doing? Can we ask you a question from WXOK? Who are you now?
Chuck Scarborough, NBC.
Chuck, what do you do to make your name in show business?
Well, I do the news at NBC, WNBC in New York.
Oh, okay. Do you think that Kathleen Lee Gifford is the Antichrist?
Oh,
Thanks a lot, Chuck. What's up, Chuck? What's up, Chuck?
What the hell? What's wrong? You're a retard. You know the guy. You know you got the guy there answering questions. Ask him something. As soon as you say Kathy Lee's the Antichrist, you know he's gonna walk away. What do you do for a living? That's so funny.
Oh man.
I'm Chuck Scarborough.
I'm newsman Chuck Scarborough. Well, what did you do to make your name in show business? Well, I do the news.
I'm really John Tesh without the musical talent. All right, who'd you get next? Tom Brokaw. Oh, he hates us.
Ooh.
Yeah, he just, yeah. We weren't too happy about it.
He's not too happy about anything.
How you doing? Can we ask you a question for WXOK Radio, sir?
what?
Can we ask you a question for WXOK?
John, you can't wear those teeth.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what you're saying.
It's hard enough to understand him.
Let me see you do that. Put those teeth in. What do you got, like a southern accent? Yeah. What a retard. Let me hear it. Look at that. Put those teeth in.
How can I ask you a question from WXOK Radio, sir? You think I could ask you a question, sir?
Stupid idiot. He thinks he's like an actor or something now.
Oh, you De Niro.
No, I
De
changed
Niro, yeah.
No, I changed my look. I changed my voice. I don't know who I
You'll
am.
take an acting lesson. Oh, very good.
Ah, damn.
What? No, you're
Don't you feel guilty being here?
You might have said De Niro.
He recognized you.
No, you don't what he recognized how I started reading the questions. He goes, no.
Uh-oh.
I'm getting out of here.
Can we ask you a question for WXOK Radio, sir?
What?
Can we ask you a question for WXOK Radio?
What?
Don't you feel guilty being here in light of what happened to Ishtak Rabin? Thank you, Tom.
Do you feel guilty being here in light of what happened to Ishtak Rabin? Ishtak. What, did he just run away?
Yeah, as soon as he saw me reading the questions.
Well, maybe you ought to start memorizing some questions when you're around him. All right, here's Ed Koch, former mayor of New York City.
All right.
Here we go.
Hey, Ed, can we ask you a question for WXOK Radio? How are you doing? Isn't the motion picture medium dominated by people with Jewish last names?
Is it? Assume for a moment that were true. What's the point of it?
I'm just asking you.
I don't know. I haven't looked at the names.
Don't you feel guilty being here in light of what happened to Ishtak Rabin?
I think you're a schmuck.
Thank you, Ed. Hey, thanks a lot, Ed. Thanks.
Ishtak. Say that again.
What, Ishtak Rabin?
Say it again. Say it again.
Ishtak Rabin?
What?
Ishtak Rabin?
Ishtak.
But it's
How do you say that? Seriously.
Itchcock.
Itchcock, right. Itchcock.
Well,
Itchy cock.
It's a direct. How do you say it?
Itchcock.
Itchcock.
Yeah, Itchcock.
Itchcock. Yeah.
He's so funny, man.
Alfred Hitchcock.
It's like the Alfred Hitchcock. Alfred Hitchcock.
Hitchcock.
I love when Koch calls John a schmuck. I think you're a schmuck. I think you're a schmuck.
I don't know. I haven't looked at the names.
Don't you feel guilty being here in light of what happened to Ishtok Rabin?
I think you're a schmuck.
Thank you, Ed. Hey, thanks a lot, Ed.
Thanks, Ed.
Thank you for calling me a schmuck.
Thank you.
All right. I think you're a schmuck. A schmuck is a penis, right? I think.
Yes.
All right. You know what? Let me take a break. If you've never heard the Don Cornelius tape, I got to play that one.
Why don't you back off and let him report it? Okay.
Don, I don't understand. It's Farrakhan.
Peace Corps. For 35 years, Peace Corps volunteers around the world have been helping people to help themselves.
Stuttering John went out with, his camera crew and everything and ran into Don Cornelius and started asking him some questions, and Don Cornelius went ballistic on you.
Yeah, and I had no idea he would react this way.
Well, you could understand why. I mean, the man had a dance show. I mean, this is a guy who did something really important for broadcasting. He had a dance program. And he was incredible on it. He was an incredible innovator. In fact, one time I saw him, he went up to a band. A band had just finished performing, doing a live session. And he went up to the band and he said, "So why don't you introduce yourselves?"
One time, he did that every week.
Are you kidding, Robin?
Twice, 3 times a show.
Oh, I thought that was awfully innovative. He was too lazy to learn their names.
You know what? Somebody faxed in after we talked about it the first time, and they said they remember a Don Cornelius interview where he said, "Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh."
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, recently, I think within the last couple of years, Don Cornelius had to retire from the dance show and let somebody else handle it because it was too exhausting.
Right, they had to rotate, but they have to rotate hosts because they couldn't find anyone to fill his shoes.
Yeah, he's an amazing man. He's an amazing broadcaster. So I could see why you'd want to give a guy like that an award, because you wouldn't want to give somebody who had done nothing an award, or else it would make a mockery of the entire award ceremony. Uh-huh.
Introduce yourselves. Interview yourselves.
Be out for now. I'm going home.
Interview yourself. Because he'd say, "Tell me a little bit about yourself."
Uh-huh.
Except he had a real deep voice. You got to give him that. But it was lethargic. It was like,
Tell me a little bit about yourself. And why don't you introduce yourself? Why don't we do the word Scrabble?
And you know what? The other big question of the show was when he had a guest.
Yeah.
Will you come back and do another number for us?
Yeah,
later?
right. The best of Don Cornelius.
Will you come back and do another number for us a little later in the program? All right. Great.
Real lazy guy. Laid back. Yeah, so anyway, John, of course, was there on this momentous occasion when Don Cornelius was to be
honored.
The only television crew there.
For his contribution.
Don should have been happy to see you.
Yeah. What is it on, this one? Yeah. Okay, here we go. Just listen to this. It's real funny because he really...
Oh, he goes crazy.
He rips John a new butthole.
How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Okay. Let me ask you, do you hate Jews like Farrakhan hates Jews?
What?
Do you hate Jews like Farrakhan hates Jews?
Why would you even ask me a question like that?
Because Farrakhan said, that all Jews are, what was the exact word again? Evil?
You know, John's getting real nervous already. He's like, he sees it's not going well. What did he say?
You know Farrakhan said something, right?
Yeah, because he said, well, someone help me out. What's the exact word? It's already sinking. You don't even have your stupid teeth in.
That all Jews are, what was the exact word again? Evil?
Well, I'm insulted that you even approached me with a question like that, okay? That's an absurd subject and an absurd question. Okay, if you have a Farrakhan fetish or a Farrakhan problem or a Farrakhan fixation, play it off someplace else. I don't want to talk about that.
Okay, I want to talk about... I didn't know it would offend you.
It doesn't offend me. It's just an absurd...
Bloodsuckers is what he said.
Well, that has nothing to do with me. And obviously, you have a preoccupation with Farrakhan, and I think
he just asked one question. What preoccupation?
Right. It's all right. Go away. Walk away.
No, but the point is, like, you know, Farrakhan was in the news. What do you think of Farrakhan calling people bloodsuckers?
Well, you can't read, you know, but the guy's obviously upset by this question. I don't know why he's staying here.
Well, he's gonna make sure John understands why he's upset. This is the most anybody's ever gotten out of Don Cornelius.
This is as verbose as I've ever heard him.
This is the most ridiculous question.
It's just an absurd...
Bloodsuckers is what he said.
Well, that has nothing to do with me. And obviously, you have a preoccupation with Farrakhan, and I think you ought to...
Well, I was at the Million Man March.
Yeah, well...
No, that doesn't help at all. Some of my best friends are Negroes.
Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Right. I was at the Million Man March, and he's going, look at this little white boy at the Million Man March.
Go with the police.
Yeah.
Right on, I'm with you.
You ought to...
Well, I was at the Million Man March.
Yeah, well, I support the Million Man March.
I was there, man.
So
I was just a little offended by some of the... All right, you know,
what's
things...
your next question? Well,
Okay.
why don't you get your soapbox, man?
Okay. No, okay, no.
Are you a news guy?
Yeah.
Are you a Farrakhan campaigner?
What the soapbox? You just asked him one question. He's the guy in the soapbox.
He is on a rampage.
Are you a Farrakhan spokesperson?
Your soapbox, man.
Okay. No.
Are you a news guy?
Yeah.
Are you a Farrakhan campaigner?
I'm not a Farrakhan campaigner, but you know what? Let's not talk about Farrakhan anymore.
You brought it up.
No, it doesn't seem like you want to talk about it, so I don't want to talk about anything that you want to talk about.
Why would I want to talk about Farrakhan?
No, I don't think you do.
You think all black guys have a...
Well, one of the things...
You think all black guys have an opinion or some kind of food to feed you about Farrakhan?
Well, only because...
That's a very racist.
No, Don. Only because...
That's here because I got 25 years in television.
No, only...
You walk up to me and ask me a dumbass Farrakhan question.
No, only because, Don, he...
Okay, why don't you back off and let a reporter talk to me, okay?
Don, I don't understand. It's Farrakhan. Jesus.
Away from me.
No, that's not racist, Don. You're being racist.
You're a racist.
No, you're being racist. That's not a racist question.
And John was trying to be as nice as he could be, and he's just getting angrier and angrier.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. That's not a racist question, Don. That's not a racist question.
You want Farrakhan, you know where to find him.
I just asked you about Farrakhan. Why can't you answer that? Jesus. Farrakhan is a bad question, son of a... God, it wasn't a racist question.
Who are you talking to at this point?
The cameraman.
Oh.
Good evening.
Oh, man, that's such a good one.
Befuddled.
How great is that?
It just grows. The crescendo is incredible.
You think you see a black man and right away you gotta ask him about Farrakhan? That's racist.
That's not racist. You were asking a lot of people about Farrakhan.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't see that.
Oh, I see.
He just thinks you asked him because he's black.
Yeah. And so what? But that's like I did an interview for The Advocate. All they asked me was gay questions. I'm not even gay.
You should have gotten upset.
Yeah.
You didn't know.
What kind of question is that? You ask a straight man, you see a straight man, and you start asking him gay questions?
Are you a shield for the gay people?
What are you? You get a soapbox. You need what are you, a gay campaigner?
He was way out of line with that. Way out of line.
No, that's not racist, Don. You're being racist.
You're racist.
No, you're being racist. It's not a racist question.
Talk about a guy with a chip on his shoulder. That's what happens when you make your career on a dance show. You feel worthless. I've got 25 years in broadcasting. This is how you 25 years as a dance show host.
No, I got 25 years in television.
Yeah, in television. Come on. Is that television? He's a disc jockey with people dancing in the background. 25 years in television. Boy, I wish I could get that
I don't
lucky.
think he quite did what Dick Van Dyke did.
Yeah.
You know, somebody like that.
Suddenly he's Lucille Ball. I have 25 years in television. You're kidding.
He repairs them.
I thought that was the best interview you've ever done. Actually, I learned a lot about
Well,
Don Cornelius.
actually, it's the best interview Don Cornelius has ever done.
In fact, I'm not aware of any other interview Don Cornelius has ever given. Clear-thinking guy. All right, Don
That's
Cornelius.
why he didn't say much on that show.
Right, they kept him down to a minimum. That's why he was a great broadcaster. He knew to keep his mouth shut.
Yeah.
So why don't you introduce yourself? And why don't you tell us a little bit about the band? And why don't you come back a little bit later in the program and do a second song? Am I leaving anything out of his repertoire?
The beginning and the end.
Oh, that's right.
You can best your last money. It's all going to be a stone blast, honey.
Is that what he said? Yeah. What a broadcaster. 25 years in the business.
Come up to me and ask me a dumbass Farrakhan question.
No, only because Don.
Okay, why don't you back off and let a reporter talk to me, okay?
Don, I don't understand. It's Farrakhan. Jesus.
Away from me.
No, that's not racist, Don. You're being racist.
You are racist.
No,
that's
you're
what
being
you are.
racist. That's not a racist question.
Okay.
It's not a racist question.
Racist.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
No, I'm not. That's
And
not a
knock
racist
off the
question.
bull.
That's not a
All
racist
right,
question.
you want Farrakhan, you know where to find him.
I just asked you about Farrakhan. Why can't you answer that? Jesus. Farrakhan is a bad question. God, it wasn't a racist question.